The name says it all. Comic books are humorous and can lift your mood within no time. You don't have to be a kid or a teen to read them. They are amazing sources of entertainment, and their narrative artwork is simply superb. Through humor, you can soften some of the worst blows that life delivers. And once you find laughter, no matter how painful your situation might be, you can survive it. Bill Cosby. Remember hiding the comic book in your school textbook or under the bed and reading it, so that your mom doesn't scold you for not studying instead? I can already see you smiling. Well, this is what comic books do to kids or teens. Once you're hooked, you really can't put them down until you finish reading it all. Although reading comic books is not restricted to kids and teens only, people of all age groups enjoy reading them, but it is just more popular amongst youngsters. Comic books not only fall in the humor genre, they dominate a vast variety of genres from romance, superhero, action and whatnot. But there are certain comic books that have touched our hearts and we wouldn't mind reading them over and over again hundreds of times. The Adventures of Tintin. Publisher Method Publishing. Main characters: Tintin, Snowy, Captain Haddock, Professor Calculus and Thompson. Creator/writer Herg. Genre: adventure. Synopsis: this comic book earned immense fan following ever since it began. It involves the dangerous adventures of a young reporter Tintin, along with his troupe, which includes his dog Snowy, his best friend Captain Haddock, and an absent-minded Professor Calculus, who adds the perfect humor to the entire adventure, since he also happens to be hard of hearing. Ultimately, these adventures are put to an end with Tintin's heroic actions, of course with the help of his troupe. If you haven't read this comic book, go buy yourself the series of it. Totally worth reading. Batman. Publisher DC Comics. Main characters: Batman. Creator/writer Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Genre: action/superhero. Synopsis: this is an ongoing comic book featuring the heroic deeds of Bruce Wayne, who actually is a millionaire, but creates a costumed persona of the Batman. Batman uses his superpowers to combat crime and criminals. This series started way back in 1939 and is read with same zest even today. Superman. Publisher DC Comics. Main characters: Superman, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen and Lex Luthor. Creator/writer Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Genre: action/superhero. Synopsis: Superman is another ongoing comic book series. The Superman saga began in the 1938 and has gained immense popularity since then, due to which a self-titled comic book was launched. Superman is born on planet Krypton, and then as an infant been rocketed to Earth, where he is raised by a farmer. As he grows old, he realizes that he possesses superpowers and channelizes them in the right way. He uses them to fight the injustice done to humanity. X-Men. Publisher Marvel Comics. Main characters: it's a superhero team that includes characters like Wolverine, Angel, Armor, Husk, Professor X and so on. Creator/writer Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Genre: action/superhero. Synopsis: the storyline of this very famous comic book goes like, Professor Xavier creates young mutants and trains them to use their superpowers for the benefit of humankind. He creates a number of characters and calls them all X-Men, since they possess the X gene, which gives them their superpowers. It was first published in 1963 and then went on entertaining and appealing to huge masses of people, hence makes it to the list of popular comic books of all time. Hellboy. Publisher Dark Horse Comics. Main characters: Hellboy. Creator/writer Mike Mignola. Genre: action/superhero. Synopsis: Hellboy is a comic book superhero, the series of which was such a hit that it was even adapted into a film, and further a sequel was made. The Hellboy was brought to Earth by the Nazi. He then grew to be huge and this red-skinned demon had horns on his forehead. The very appearance of the character seemed to have amused the readers, and within no time Hellboy was a rage. Archie. Publisher Archie Comic Publications. Main characters: Archie Andrews, Betty Cooper, Veronica Lodge, Reggie Mantle and Jughead Jones. Creator/writer Maurice Coyne, Louis Silberkleit, John L. Goldwater. Genre romance and humor. Synopsis: Archie comic was created keeping in mind about a normal person who readers can relate to, and the idea clicked. Archie comic books are tagged as the publishing company's longest-running series. The comic book revolves around these teenagers, Archie, his friends and girlfriends, and their adventures. However old you grow, this comic book will always help you relive those fun teen days. Mickey Mouse and Friends. Publisher Boom Studios. Main characters: Mickey Mouse, Goofy, Donald Duck, Minnie Mouse, Pluto, Morty and Ferdyfield Mouse. Creator/writer Floyd Gottfredson and Paul Murray. Genre: humor. Synopsis: this comic book needs no introduction or explanation. Mickey Mouse and Friends has had the longest-running history in the comic books league. It all started in 1941, and the magic still continues. This comic book has been published by a series of publishers, the recent one being the Boom Studios. The popularity of this character is just not restricted to its native land, but famous all over the world. The Incredible Hulk. Publisher Marvel Comics. Main characters: Hulk. Creator/writer Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Genre: action/superhero. Synopsis: a huge green superhuman with superpowers. Remember him? Yes, we are talking about the Hulk. It was a new concept altogether than what the regular comic books portrayed. Here, the idea was to portray a good monster. Sounds contradictory, but a legend was born. The character gained immense popularity within no time, and the concept was adapted into television series and movies as well. Captain America. Publisher Marvel Comics. Main characters: Captain America. Creator/writer Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. Genre: action/superhero. Synopsis: who knew a superhero and patriot, who first appeared as Captain America in a comic book series would be such a rage. This superhero was portrayed to have a good hand at martial arts and hand-to-hand combat. He also wore a costume that bears the American flag, displaying his patriotism. This comic book series was a rage during the war period, but post-war time its popularity faded. But soon this character was reintroduced, and then there was no looking back. Richie Rich. Publisher Harvey Comics. Main characters: Richie Rich, Dollar, Gloria Glad and Freckles and Pee-wee Friendly. Creator/writer Alfred Harvey and Warren Creamer. Genre: humor and adventure. Synopsis: the poor little rich boy. That's how Richie Rich is introduced. He is the only son of his wealthy parents and appears to be around 7 or 10 years old. He occasionally attends his school and hangs out with his dog Dollar and friends. Although Richie is super rich, he is kind and charitable. This comic book was all about Richie's adventures and undertakings. Keep reading comic books. They probably will not have the same effect as that of reading a novel or a self-help book, but one thing is assured: a lot of humor and a relaxed reading session. It does nothing but puts a faint smile back on your face and takes you into a new fantasy land.